Hi everyone, this is Miss Flood. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you myself how to divide fractions. I know yesterday might have been a little difficult hearing different voices that are not your math teacher explain how to do this, so I'm hopping on myself today to show you how to do it. Now, unfortunately, I'm only able to record in 5-minute segments, so I'm going to show you 3 different videos, all 5 minutes each, to show you how to do different kinds of word problems with dividing fractions. First things first, on the screen here, you see the steps that you need to take to divide fractions. If you need to screenshot this screen to refer back to later on, go ahead and do so now. All right, so we do have the steps on the left-hand side of your screen, so refer back to them as we go through this problem. And as I do this problem on the screen, I want you to do it with me on your sheet of paper. So if you need to stop this video and get a pencil and a sheet of paper, go ahead and do so now. Our first question says, how many 1/4 hamburgers can be made from 2 1/2 pounds of beef? Let's read that one more time. How many 1/4 hamburgers can be made from 2 1/2 pounds of beef? When we divide, whether it's fractions, decimals, any kind of number, when you divide, the order of your numbers does matter. You have to put the total amount first. What are you dividing up? All right, well, in this case, the number that we're dividing up is 2 1/2. We have 2 1/2 pounds of beef. That's how much beef that we have. All right. And what are we dividing it into? Well, we're dividing it into hamburgers, and each hamburger can have 1/4 of a pound of beef. All right. So the first thing we did is we set up our problem. 2 1/2 divided by 1/4. Now, over here, it says before we begin, we have to convert any whole numbers or mixed numbers into an improper fraction. All right. So I do see a mixed number over here, 2 1/2. We can't keep that as is. We have to convert it to an improper fraction. And just a reminder, here's how you do that. You have to take the whole number, which is 2, and we're going to start off by taking 2 and multiplying it by the denominator. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. And then we have to add in the numerator. So 4 plus 1 is 5. That becomes our new numerator. And our denominator stays the same. So 2 1/2 is the same thing as 5 halves. So now our question is 5 halves divided by 1/4. All right. So what we need to do now is we need to find a common denominator and convert our fractions accordingly. Okay. Well, we see that 2 and 4 are not the same. We need to find a common denominator, and we're going to do that by finding the least common multiple. What is a number that both 2 and 4 go into? Well, let's start off by listing out the multiples of 2. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for 4. We have 4, 8, 12, and I'm going to stop there because I already see the lowest number that they both go into, which is 4. So our common denominator is going to be 4. So now we have to rewrite the question or rewrite our problem with our new common denominators. So the denominator is going to be 4 for each. All right. Now, we already see that 1/4 already has a denominator of 4, so there's no work that has to be done there. We can just keep it as 1/4. However, 5 halves here does not have a denominator of 4, so we have to convert it. All right. So we're going to do that by multiplying. So what did we multiply by 2 to get 4? Well, 2 times 2 is 4. And whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So 5 times 2 is 10. So 5 over 2 is the same as 10 over 4. So now the problem is 10 over 4 divided by 1 over 4. Now, what we have to do is we have to divide across the bottom to get rid of the denominators. That's the point of finding a common denominator. 4 divided by 4 is just 1. It cancels out. Now all we have to do is divide across the top. 10 divided by 1 is 10. And that is our answer. So how many 1/4 hamburgers can be made from 2 1/2 pounds of beef? 10 hamburgers.